Hey guys, it's Danny. Today it is time for another Q&A episode. I'm gonna be answering as many questions that you guys left in the comment section of my videos as possible. So let's get to it. Before we start, this video, together with this entire series, is of course sponsored by rePotme.com, who offers you everything you could possibly need to properly take care of your orchids, from pots to potting mixes, fertilizers, accessories, and everything in between. And not only for orchids, but also for other houseplants such as rare plants, succulents, cacti, you name it. And I'll show you in a future video if I didn't already. I do use some products for other houseplants as well that I'm discovering now. Anyway, so I'll link you to their website down below in the description and in the pinned comment. Feel free to check them out at any time, and I'll also share with you the products that I really enjoy using, and I think you will enjoy too. And with that said, let us start, shall we? Where did we leave off? I'm actually recording this right after the previous one. So let's start with a comment left by beautiful Sarah. Can you do a video on when to water novelty or summer bloomers that are in sphagnum moss, please? All my vendors say when approaching dryness. But what does it mean exactly? When is moist moss approaching dryness? Right, that is quite a good question. Right, so one thing that I will say from the get-go, just to put you at ease, is that it's not really so important that you time your watering just as the orchid approaches dryness. If it's a little more on the dry side or maybe a little more on the moist side, it's fine, it's okay, don't worry about it, especially with Phalaenopsis. Now, let's get a co-host. I didn't get a co-host last time, right? Let's get the beautiful Belina here. She's a species, she's a summer bloomer, and she smells divine. This is one of my oldest orchids. She had a virus in the past. It's not showing up lately, so I'm very happy with her. But yeah, I take care when I do cuttings on her to really properly sanitize my tools. Anyway, I digress as always. So these orchids, even if they are species or summer blooming or different than the ones we find in flower shops, they all, in my opinion, share the same trait. They are incredibly robust and vigorous and drought tolerant. So with these guys, I do find that, yeah, if you keep them a little bit more moist, they do perform very well. You don't have the same rate of root rot maybe as other flower shop orchids. These are more moisture tolerant. But are they not drought tolerant? No, they are. They're very drought tolerant. So if you're not sure if your medium is still a little moist or is it dry, or you don't know what to do and you don't want to mess up, stop worrying, don't worry. These are not the plants you're going to mess up with. Miltoniopsis, different story, but these, no. If you're not sure, let it another day or two. It's fine. Water it when it's completely dry. It's absolutely fine. The simple fact that these are more moisture tolerant than others doesn't mean you have to be very strict with your schedule. Plus, schedules just change all the time depending on season. Don't put this weight on your shoulders and make your life just a little bit harder with orchids. Let's enjoy the hobby. These are not the plants you need to worry about. If you don't know exactly if it's a little bit moist, it's fine. Wait a day, 2, 3. When you see it's fairly dry, water, you should be okay. And even if you watered before it got dry, it's still okay. These guys are the plants to water, to overwater. It's a Phalaenopsis, it's very thirsty, and it's very robust. It's not gonna rot on you unless you seriously compact that sphagnum moss to make it unbreathable. And not even then do they rot. Have you ever purchased these types of orchids, Phalaenopsis, that are summer blooming or novelties, and they come in those flimsy pots packed jam tight with sphagnum moss, and still they have roots outside that are okay? These are not the orchids you need to worry about. Do not worry, and just don't stress yourself with them. Let them become fairly dry and then water them, and you should be just fine. Next question from Sandra. How do you keep track of your schedule, the watering schedule? Or do you even have one? I don't. Listen, I love schedules. I am a schedule person. If some of you might relate, I have a schedule of the day in my mind. If something interferes, I just panic a little bit first and then I regroup and do a different schedule. I don't like when things happen out of the blue. I live for schedules. I schedule my budget. I schedule my activities. I schedule when I'm gonna eat. So scheduling is my life. But one thing I cannot do is have like a notebook with notes on when I water the orchid, when I need to water next. I would love to be like, oh, it's Thursday, time to water, no matter what. I can't do that. There's always something else. There's always somewhere I need to go, something I need to pay, something I need to sign. I don't know. There's always something out of the blue, because I work from home. If something is needed, if there's maybe an electrician that needs to come, if I don't know, if my husband's parents really need help with something, I'm here, I need to do it, because there's nobody else to help. So I cannot really work on a schedule with orchids. So what I try to do is water when I look at my orchids and I think they dry, they need water now. So that's when I water. That's why I was saying to Sarah as well, don't stress so much. I'm the queen of just pushing it with watering. That's why sometimes, you know, I'm like, my orchids are not watered, excuse the little desiccation here and there. It's just that type of lifestyle that I have. I need to take care of other stuff as well since I'm home, and you know, there's really nobody else that can help out. So I'm absolutely fine to do all of these things. But that also means that I cannot have a schedule with watering. And usually it goes by how I'm feeling that day. Do I have time today? No. They be dry, but I don't have water today. There's always tonight or tomorrow morning. Gotta wake up at 5 tomorrow and water, and that's what I'm gonna do. So that's how I schedule my watering. If you can have a schedule, that'd be ideal. But you know, sometimes life is not ideal. It's not like that, and that's fine. We're gonna make it work. And orchids are the types of plants you can make it work with. Next question from Katya. Hi Danny, what do you think about neem oil against mealybugs? Alrighty. Neem oil against anything, not only mealybugs. I don't like it. I have a video from many years ago where I talk about neem oil. I think I even talk about it like from a video from 13 years ago or something, because that was one of the first things that I tried against spider mites. My first enemy. 12 years ago, 12, I don't know, many years ago, over a decade ago. I'm so old. Yeah, so I don't like neem oil. It's very gloopy, it's very hard to work with. It smells horrendous. I cannot with it. But apart from that, it's just not spreading evenly enough to make a dent. Sure, if you're gonna like spot treat with it, it's oil, it's gonna help it or work against insects. But if you have a vast infestation and you're thinking that you're gonna mix it with a bit of soap and water and you're gonna spray everything and everything will be dandy, chances are the actual droplets of neem oil will be so far apart that you're not gonna kill much of anything. That has been my experience with heavy infestations. Like, I don't know, if you have just a few mealybugs, I'll show you what I use. Maybe you shouldn't, but maybe you should. I'm not gonna assume that you're gonna mess up your orchid. Leaf shine. So I see the mealybug. Oh no, whatever will I do? That is what I do. Now, this is mineral oil leaf shine. I think there are other leaf shines that are like organic, that have vegetable oil. Vegetable oils are very heavy oils. This, what I did here on the little leaf, this will be dry within like 2 days. It's a very light oil, the mineral oil. So it actually works out great because it does suffocate any insect, but then it doesn't linger on, so the orchid will not be affected. Sure, if you're gonna spray a flower or something very delicate, yeah, it's oil, it's probably gonna mess it up. I spray it on buds sometimes and it's still okay, but like from a distance, don't like spray like this. From a distance, just boop, boop, boop. Okay, I sprayed all the mealybugs and that's what I do. It's easy to mess up with this, but I'm not going to underestimate you. Just, you know, be careful. I don't wanna help mess up your orchids. Next question from Maria. Everything is beautiful, thank you. I have a question. What happened with your Dendrobium cuthbertsonis? Yeah, I wanted to address it at some point. They did not live. they do not like this environment. And yes, outside is outside, inside is inside. I can temperature control stuff. And especially now that I have the power of the solar panels, I am using electricity quite a lot more freely. I still don't keep this room at 23 degrees. Right now I have my AC set on 28. No, 27, like it's a little hot. I have it set on 27. Usually when I'm not home, I leave it be at 28 because it's still, you know, economic enough. I don't want to like stretch it. At some point, there is a limit even to the solar panels. I don't want to stretch it. I want to leave the room at a temperature which is comfortable for all of the orchids that I grow, and I usually grow worm growers, and I can still breathe inside. So I'm not overdoing it. I'm not chilling my house beyond, you know, common sense and stuff. I don't want to drain the power of my solar panels. But cuthbertsonis are really a cooler growing orchid. They're just not suited for my environment, and I'm just not willing to overdo it and stretch it a little bit with my energy consumption just for them. They're just not suited for me. It is what it is. So I lost them, all of them, in the first and second year in the summertime. I think some of the hybrids did a little bit better than others, but they're so susceptible to bugs that if it wasn't the heat, it was the bugs that got them. Maybe in the future I'll try with one or two again. I'm not gonna like make special conditions for them, but I will try it again maybe. Now it's not the time. They're not the easiest for me to grow. Next up, Southern Angel Stamping. Do you have a company? I use the liquid organic coconut oil after my bath or shower to keep my skin from drying out. My skin doesn't like coconut oil, by the way. There is an ingredient derived from coconut oil. If I put it on my skin, I smell like a garbage bin. And it's weird because many hand creams and everything use that component. It is a humectant. I cannot use them because I literally smell like burned rubber. Anyway, can I use this organic liquid coconut oil on orchids? No, I would not. I would stick to mineral oils. You can find mineral oils even in horticultural oils. They're just not organic, they're mineral. And I want to make a distinction. An organic compound and a mineral are two very different things, yes, but they can both be natural. Calcium is not organic. It's a mineral, is it? Magnesium. Let's say magnesium. I think calcium could be a mineral too. I was never super good at chemistry in school, but I learned chemistry due to my hobbies. So, magnesium. It's not organic. Why isn't it organic? Because it doesn't have a carbon atom, molecule, compound. It doesn't have carbon in it. It's just magnesium, right? But they're both good. They're both natural. So just wanted to point it out. Just because something says organic on it doesn't mean it's good. Usually, oils that have a organic compound or they're of organic origin, they're heavy. They're very, very heavy, and they can actually suffocate orchids much faster, or they just don't spread in water as much, and you have like gloopy drops on your orchids that are not even, and they don't work as good, in my experience. I would not use coconut oil on orchids. I think it's a little too heavy for orchids. Next question from Angela. I have a Brassavola hybrid for about 4 years now, but she is in coconut husk in a wire basket. But now the medium is old and it's struggling to keep it hydrated. The roots have grown and enclosed the basket. How can I repot? There is no easy way to repot. I would say don't try to save all of the roots, especially with Cattleya types. And yes, Brassavolas are a different species, but they're still Cattleyas at heart. So their roots will behave in the same way. Usually when you disturb older Cattleya roots, they're gonna die off. They're not gonna make it. So what you will do is spend hours trying to save all of the roots. You're gonna repot your orchid, and in a month, the medium will start to smell so bad. And if you take a look at the roots, they're all gonna be mushy. I almost guarantee that will happen. So what I would suggest you do is wait for your orchid to start producing new roots. When you see on the new growth, new root tips starting, that's when you repot. And when you repot, if you wanna like divide it a little bit and make it more manageable, you can. If you don't, if you wanna keep the entire thing, remove all of the old roots, leave the roots of the last two pseudobulbs, let's say. So you have already some roots present, Some might not make it, but some might make it. And you have brand new root tips that will grow into a beautiful new root system fast. You don't have to wait like months for a new root to start. So time it very well. Don't be afraid to cut the old roots. They will die off anyway. Your orchid might get a little bit sit back and a little bit dehydrated for a little while, but it's gonna bounce back. That's how I go about my very old and very hard to repot orchids. It's a thing that, you know, I've been reluctant to do, but year after year, experience after experience tells me, cut the darn old roots. They're not gonna make it on Cattleyas. Right. Next question from Johnny. My question is, first, I love your channel. Nice question. How long can I keep my rice and garlic water mix? I would never keep rice and garlic, not even in the kitchen. It sounds horrible. Okay, let's get serious. I do not advise or support this idea of using rice water, garlic water, and everything. I mean, listen, you'll always find comments saying, oh, it's beautiful, garlic water, it has so many benefits. You use them. You do your thing. I will do mine. And since this is my channel, I will advise my viewers, because that's what I believe, to not use rice water or garlic or anything organic on orchids. I know, shocking. I have a fully organic garden. What's up with orchids and organics? It's just not the right time and place. It's like going to a wedding dressed for a parade. I don't know. There is a time and a place for everything. Everything can be absolutely fantastic in its correct place. Garlic belongs in food, not on the orchids. So, these orchids do not work on the same rules as maybe even your garden, or especially not like your compost pile. Everything you put organic in an orchid pot, on orchids and everything, they will break down at some point. They will not go through a full breakdown cycle because this is not a compost pile. It is a fairly dry and fairly quote-unquote sterile environment. Sorry if I kicked the mic. Sterile environment. And organics that you put in pots will only lead to potential mold situations, especially if they accumulate. So, watering with anything organic can lead to stink ups and molds and stuff, or just not do anything. Because you cannot give me a full breakdown of the nutrient levels and components of rice water and garlic. I dare you to do that. Just how you see on the MSU fertilizer, for example, we have 13% nitrogen of what type, in what form? Nitrate? Ammonia? Urea? What is it? What is that nitrogen chemical form of? In what chemical form do we find it? So give me detailed that menu of garlic and rice water. Rose water sounds nice. For me, not for the orchids. So give me that, I dare you. You can't. So why would you put it on the orchid? Because you have no idea what it contains. And I do get it. You see a TikTok, you see a reel, you see a YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts overtook TikTok. I write for my platform. I don't use TikTok. So you see on a short, garlic water, look, orchid, bloom, yay, because that's what you can say in 30 seconds pretty much. Yeah, you see a lot of these and you're very tempted to use whatever you see on social media. But who are these people? Who are they? What are their credentials? I'm sorry, but if these people cannot give me the chemical breakdown of the garlic water, no, why would I listen to them? I cannot even give you the chemical formula of garlic. But at least I trust that the people at the Michigan State University, which developed the MSU, are smart enough to do that. I trust them. So that's why I promote that. I cannot give you chemical formulations of stuff because I'm not a chemist and I'm not developing fertilizer. I don't know, I felt a little cheeky to address these things. But yeah, no, sorry, no garlic, no rice water. If you want to use it, use it. Don't tell me. I don't want to know and I don't want to promote it. Right, last question for today, for you, not for me. I love, from Avgonima? Love the Mini Phalaenopsis. They are my favorites, very cute. What do you think is the reason for not blooming? What steps to try? I do believe with any Phalaenopsis not blooming, except for the summer bloomers, it's a problem of that temperature swing in the winter time. Usually the flower shop Phalaenopsis, Mini Phalaenopsis, big Phalaenopsis, they are induced into blooming by a drop in temperature in the winter. It's not a very abrupt drop in temperature, and I have an entire video explaining it, so I'm not going to explain it now. But to make a resume, at least at night for a few weeks, if you give them a temperature of about 18 degrees Celsius, you can actually promote new flower spike production. So I'll share with you down below in the description the link to that video. I am almost certain that is the cause for any Phalaenopsis that is not blooming. Of course, there could also be light and other stuff, but first try the temperature trick, variation thing, and I hope it's gonna work out. Mind you though, this summer right now, I'm guessing it's somewhere where you live. Maybe it's not. If you're in Australia, you know, now's the time. So if it's warm in your climate, it's not gonna work now. Wait for autumn or winter just to make life easier for you. Don't put them in the fridge, because you don't have to keep them that cold, and most probably they will suffer if they go so cold. So just a very mild temperature drop. Anyway, that video will explain more. I closed my windows. So for today, that is about it for this Q&A. And I hope that you found this entertaining and useful. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section of my videos and I will get back to you. So with that said, thank you so much rePotme for sponsoring yet another video in this entire series. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!